Did you know this is one of the 3 positions you can program a scoreboard? That's right, this one and the other one are all programmable. Let's kick things off by displaying the health as hearts in the tab list for all players. So we need to know when a player joins through the player join event. Now we're going to add the scoreboard. To do this, we need to talk with the manager, so grab your phone and dial... No, not that one. The scoreboard manager. This is the central hub that controls all the scoreboards on your server. So add a variable to get the scoreboard manager. Next up, we need to create a scoreboard. We've got 2 options. The main scoreboard, which is shared across the entire server, and a new scoreboard, which is unique for each player. For our scoreboard, we'll use the new scoreboard. Now we have a scoreboard, but nothing to show. You may think adding some lines and text is pretty straightforward, but it actually isn't. Every scoreboard needs at minimum 1 objective, just like my sole objective is eating pudding every day. Anyways, a scoreboard's objective defines what information we want to display and consists out of the name, criteria, display name, render type, and number format. The name is the internal name for the server to know which objective is which. Therefore, it must be unique. The criteria is what the scoreboard tracks. There are 2 options. You're lazy and let Minecraft automatically track the scores, or you're a nerd and program your own scores with dummy. That's quite a difficult choice for me. I'm lazy and a nerd, so let's do both. There's also something called the display name, which is the display name. Next up is the display slot, which is the position of the scoreboard. Optionally, you can choose to render your score not in numbers, but in hearts. Know that the hearts are only available in the tab. Lastly, we have the number format, which is a fancy way of saying number. It allows you to change the style of the number, making it a word or even remove it. With this knowledge in mind, let's go further. Inside our player join event, we're going to create our objective. We'll use our board, give it a unique internal name, set the criteria to health, so Minecraft automatically tracks the player's health, give it a display name, and most importantly, set the render type to hearts. Now we need to tell the server where to display this objective for the player. We'll use a method to set the display slot to player list. Finally, we need to actually set this scoreboard to the joining player with a method. The cool thing about this is we don't have to worry about disabling it. When a player leaves the server, all their associated scores and scoreboards are automatically cleaned up. Boom! Look at that! We've got some love showing up right in the tab list. And if I take a little damage, you can see those hearts disappear in real time. Now that we've got the hang of the tab list, let's move on to creating an informational scoreboard on the side of the screen. Let's tweak our existing code to create a Sidebar scoreboard. We're going to change a few things about our objective. First, we'll change the criteria to dummy. Remember, this means we'll be manually setting the scores. We'll also change the render type to integer, a fancy word for numbers. Next, we're changing the 2 names to info_board and info. Don't forget to set the display slot to sidebar. This is looking good, but a sidebar with just the heading info isn't very helpful. We need to add some actual information with scores. To do this, we'll add a method to set a score. In here, we'll add another method to get a score from the objective, giving it a unique entry. The entry is the text shown before the score. Please note that you can't use the same entry name multiple times. It will simply override the existing row. You can repeat this set score process to add more lines to your scoreboard, each with its own unique entry name, of course. Alright, we've got some basic information on the site. Now, this is just scratching the surface. In a future video, I'm planning to show you how to use a placeholder API to display even more information here, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. But even without external plugins, we can still track and update the sidebar with our own custom information. Let's make our sidebar show the current number of online players, how many times a player has chatted since joining, and even the total number of jumps on the server. Let's start with changing our objective in the player join event again. We're going to change the name to cool_stats and the display name to the really cool stats, because it's colored. Next, we're changing our existing scores. Change the entry to online, chatted and jumped. Next, we're changing the scores themselves. The score for chatted in one session is the amount of brain cells I have. The total number of jumps on the server can be retrieved using a built-in Bukkit method called getStatistic, getting the statistic jump. And for the online players, we can get the current number of players online using the size and getOnlinePlayers method. Now, we need to make sure that everyone on the server sees the updated online player account whenever someone joins. In the player join event, we can do this by looping through all the currently online players, getting everyone's scoreboard, objective, score, and setting the score to the size of the collection of online players. Now, add 3 events: player chat event, player jump event, and player quit event. Starting with the player quit event, we need to update the score again when a player leaves. Now, there's a little problem. If you try to get the online players immediately when someone leaves, we still get the leaving player in the list. To avoid this, we can use a scheduled task with a small delay, say 10 ticks. Inside this delay task, we'll put the exact same code we used in the player join event to update the online player count for all remaining players. Next, we're jumping into the player jump event. Here, we need to get the player who jumped, his scoreboard, objective and score. Next, we need to set a score with the statistic method. The player chat event is very similar to the player jump event. Simply get the player, his scoreboard, objective and score. To set the player score, we need to do an advanced mathematical operation of +1 with our previous score. As you can see, when a Bedrock client joins, both the Java and Bedrock client correctly show 2 online players. If I jump on a Bedrock client, you see that counter went up. And every time I chat, my score increases. If we rejoin, my personal chat score is reset and my jump count is saved. But the online player count updates for everyone. Pretty awesome, right? To wrap things up, I want to show you one last cool trick. Displaying 2 different scoreboards, or rather objectives, at the same time. You might think displaying two scoreboards simultaneously is super complicated, but it's surprisingly easy. In our player join event, after we set the sidebar objective, we can simply create a new objective, which you can link to the same scoreboard. Next, set its display slot to below name. And there you have it. Everything works like a charm. Thanks for watching this video. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments down below. And by the way, massive thank you for all the incredible support on the previous video. You guys are the best. Goodbye.